Welcome to How to Cake It. I do. So today on How to Cake It, we're gonna say yes to the cake. For my cousin's wedding, I'm gonna be making a 3-tiered naked wedding cake. 2 of the tiers are gonna be chocolate, 1 of the tiers is gonna be vanilla, all layered with beautiful, luscious vanilla buttercream, beautiful fresh flowers from my bouquet. I should throw this, but I need them. I'll throw the leftovers. How's my little tiara? It's good? It's not? Oh no, my wedding day is ruined. I need hair. Where are my bridesmaids? It's my wedding day. I shouldn't be working. Somebody come here and make, Chet, come here and make this cake. It's time to get started. I've baked 2 10-inch round chocolate cakes, 2 8-inch, what's wrong?
I can't take you seriously with the veil.
Well, then I'll remove it. 2 10-inch chocolate cakes, 2 8-inch vanilla cakes, and 2 6-inch chocolate cakes, which I'm gonna remove from their pans and level and cut in half. Now I'm going to use my vanilla Italian meringue buttercream to fill these beautiful cakes. Because this cake is naked, I want to keep my edges nice and clean. So the easiest way to do that is to use a piping bag. I'm using a number 805. There's always more pressure when making a wedding cake, nonetheless, but now I'm making a wedding cake for a family member, which is added pressure. I'm nervous. Look at this little, that was nerves. So if you're less confident, you can actually continue to pipe all the way around, but I'm going to fill in with a spatula. If you think it's sinking, add a little more buttercream, level it out. I need to do the top of this cake so that the top doesn't dry out. We're gonna be really careful and then we're gonna ice it really nice. Only 2 more tiers to go. I'm repeating the process again with our bottom tier, unstacking the cakes, showering them in simple syrup. Okay. Oh, I've gotta let this sink in a little bit. So what are you guys doing? Make any naked cakes lately? Buttercream? Talk to me. I'm all alone in here. Be careful of getting crumbs on your palette knife. If you do, don't wipe them back into your buttercream. Have a separate bowl for dirty buttercream. Final tier is done, top tier of the wedding cake. All of your cakes should be put in the fridge and chill for no less than an hour so that they're nice and cold throughout before we tier and decorate this cake. They said they can't take me seriously in this veil. My cakes are nice and cold. That's exactly how I want them. And I actually want these cakes to look very sort of sharp. Because this is the heaviest cake especially, it pushes the buttercream out a bit. So what I like to do is sort of cut the excess away. The buttercream has to be very, very chilled to the point that it's as hard as it can pretty much get. What we'll be left with is the buttercream flush to the cake, so it's clean and sharp. My cakes are all flush. I've shaved off the excess buttercream. They're chilled. It's time to tier them onto this beautiful cake stand. It's time to dowel. I've been getting a lot of questions lately on whether or not you have to dowel a cake. Yes, you have to dowel a cake, unless of course you want your wedding cake to sink. Maybe that's the climax of your wedding. This is just a circle cut to the next size of cake, and then I space the dowels out accordingly to help support that next tier. I insert a dowel in one of the holes, and then I use a pen to mark the top of the cake. So I line my dowels up, butt them up against a straight edge, and then I take the mark from the first dowel and bring it onto the next dowel, and I move that first dowel to the other side. Using a ruler, I draw a line between my two marks, marking all the dowels in between. Now I know that all my dowels will be the exact same height, and we can cut them with our gardening shears. Now I'm going to insert my dowels cut side down into the pattern that I've marked on my cake. Dowels are just cylindrical pieces of wood that are available at cake decorating supply stores. They're also available at craft stores. I use 1/4 inch thick dowels to dowel all my cakes. Last one. And there you have it. This cake is now ready to support the weight of tier number 2. You don't have much time to move around buttercream cakes, that's the only thing. So you need to try and put this down right the first time. Looks good. I think it looks good. Does it look good from the front?
Yeah.
Once again, we're going to cut our dowels to support our third and final tier. Tier number 3. You would think that the smallest tier is the easiest to put on because it's the lightest, which is true, but it's the easiest one to drop and to feel like it's going to fall over, so it's scary. Is it centered? I am the cake topper. Now this is a cake tee. What? We should print a t-shirt like this. Hold on. Oh yeah, I look good. And flowers. I know they're gorgeous. I picked them myself. Deep, deep coral, these pinky, peachy little berries, some white freesia, some green. I love these green mums. They look fake. They're so vibrant. And then I don't know what these are called, but they're pretty. Back to these boards. You keep telling me you can see the boards. I know you can see the boards. That's why I also have ribbon. So what I'm gonna do, it's just another way to insert color onto this beautiful cake. So I've cut it to the proper circumference, and we just lay our ribbon on the cake, and then I like to use a little pin to just pin it into the board. Stays in place. There. Being crafty is handy when caking. Next layer. And now the final piece of ribbon on the bottom tier. Less scary because there's no buttercream to drag it on. I know that once again my head probably looks like it's growing out of the cake, so I'm just gonna move over here. So what I like to do is start to trim my flowers and have them in bunches and then just decorate. With all my types of flowers, I'm pretty much cutting off most of the stem. I'm leaving about 2 inches and pulling off any extra leaves around the flower. I'm gonna take this naked tiered cake to the next level, and we're gonna say yes to the cake. We're gonna marry this cake. I like to dress the top first because that's sort of the crowning glory. That's the topper. And then I like to use a few and do like a bunch here, bunch there, bunch there.
Oh, it smells pretty.
You're leaving that in the video. My producer is a 6-year-old girl. You haven't seen her? She's adorable. Hee-hee. Okay, I'm done. Sorry guys, you didn't make the cut. That's it. I'm not touching this cake anymore. Now I'm not the topper anymore. I would totally say yes to this dress, but unfortunately... Oh.
Wrong show.
Okay, ready?
Wrong show, Yolanda.
Unfortunately, it's not for me. It's for a real bride. And don't mess with a bride on her wedding day. Write that down, cake decorators. I can't cut a slice of this cake. I can't steal a tier. There's only one thing left for me to do. I can still taste the cake. I feel like a sad bride at the end of the night or something. I'm not sad anymore. Guys, I didn't show you my engagement ring from Mr. Cake. Bling! When I saw this, I had to say yes. I said yes to the man. It's actually a deep coral diamond. That's the rarest color of diamond. And it's on a yellow gold band. Oh, look at the clarity. Now you know why I married Mr. Cake. This goes well with cake scraps too. It was actually bigger when I got married. This is better than being a bride. Don't tell the bride I said that. Bye, guys. I just want to clarify, I didn't say yes to this veil. This is not my wedding day veil. This is my first communion veil that has been smushed up in a box for, how old am I? 31 years now.